So much happened at the weekend. Man United played, Liverpool played, City played. Can't think of anyone else that played.
There was 20 teams.
More teams.
A couple more.
Yeah,
Only
Brentford,
only
Leicester.
18 of the 20 teams played, I'm pretty sure.
Which were the two that missed it?
What was he?
Who did West Ham play?
Okay.
Oh, they played Arsenal next week, don't they?
No, that was this week.
It was this week.
What was the result? 1-0 or 0-1
Theo's
because it
0-1.
was at home.
Yeah.
Those two was getting wrecked, so no.
I did get wrecked, bro. No, actually, I saw it. Also, are we going to address the elephant in the room? Like Aaron Wan Messi.
I said this on the stream.
Yeah, I watched the
And
highlights.
now
I
you
was like, holy
finally
shit, he's
caught up with
unreal.
it. Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka's class.
Is basically how he dribbled.
I still haven't seen the Arsenal highlights.
static players to.
Arsenal got
It's the only
battered.
game I haven't seen.
We actually didn't do anything.
Wan-Bissaka was really good. But
Arsenal didn't do anything.
That's
it
our
was.
fault.
It was like we didn't create.
Are you surprised?
Yeah.
well, we had 21. we
We're
had
at home
21
against West
shots.
Ham.
This clip from Pitchside is brought to you by Super 6. Super 6 are giving you the chance to win 250 grand this weekend. It's the 5th round of the FA Cup, and all you need to do is correctly predict the 6 fixtures. If you do that, you could win £250,000. Head over to the Super 6 app for the free chance to win the jackpot. You can also compete against myself, Reeve, and Theo on the official Pitchside Mini League. Make sure you join our Mini League using the code PTCH24, where we're also giving away a £100 classic football shirts voucher every round. It's super simple. Just predict your 6 scores, enter your golden goal, hit submit, and you're all set. Follow the link in the description and sign up now.
You know, I couldn't believe that. I thought the Marino was just like a little gimmick for like the last 10, 15 minutes of that game. And then he's rocked up.
I thought he was going to be the best striker in the world.
Did you actually? No!
I thought I'm going to cook it. Yeah. Salah might blank at City. Like, you never know.
Someone else put him in our league and it didn't go well.
Yeah.
Pig.
Yeah, no, what's going wrong with Arsenal? I don't want to blame blames,
Pardon?
but when you're missing like key players.
Oh,
How many are you missing?
I'm having you on, guys. I'm having you on. We were shit.
You're missing one key player.
Yeah, pretty big one.
Yeah, all right. Probably your
We're
best
missing
one.
4 of our front 4.
What? Martinelli isn't.
Well,
isn't
is not
isn't
Martinelli
key.
that much of a miss, really?
No,
Kai Havertz?
Trossard is more than
He's
that.
not, but you
Sorry,
I know,
no,
what
no,
you're
no,
saying,
you're not
Tom.
having Havertz or
No,
fucking
but Tom,
Martinelli.
you're
Is the
telling-
reason you're losing to
No,
West Ham
Yeah,
at
I'm not
home.
having our 2 starters.
Against West Ham at home?
I'm not saying that. I'm talking about in general, brother.
What?
You should be able to beat West
No, I
Ham
agree
at
with you.
home
I
with
agree.
even the starting 11 that you had out there.
No, I agree. But my point is,
Didn't West Ham do the exact same thing about 2 years ago to you and like derail your title hopes as well? Wasn't
Yeah,
it 2-0?
it's a constant.
over
It's a constant
Christmas, wasn't
meme
it?
now
It's
of
almost like
West
it
Ham
just keeps
deciding
happening.
whether or
but then
not
we also
Arsenal
beat
win the
him
Prem.
5-1 at London Stadium.
Yeah, when it doesn't matter.
When Saka was playing, he got a hat-trick of assists in the first half.
When it doesn't matter.
Every game matters, Tom.
Was it
Don't be so
5-1?
fucking naive.
Yeah, either or.
It's becoming too common now that
No,
you
I've
just,
accepted fate now.
just-
For once, I can see the title as it is, and it's done.
I don't think so.
It definitely
think it
is.
Yeah, but you have to say that you're a Liverpool fan.
You only got 11 games left.
No, but
and
let me-
7
but
are
let
at
me-
home.
let me tell you
Do
why.
You know that? You've got
Yeah.
7 at home left.
Yeah. No, I'm aware. Like
ridiculous.
statistically,
You've got to drop.
it's over.
Do you know what's frustrating?
But
You've got to lose 4
You have
games.
to remember.
Do
You
you
have
know-
to remember. We have one of the biggest football pessimists on the show today.
You have to lose
I
4
can't remember a
games.
single game where Cal's come on a stream, watched the Liverpool match, and said that
we
Liverpool
were
were going
better
to
than
win.
Yeah, but it's because you always get me on the tight ones.
Do you know what's frustrating, right? As an Arsenal point of view, Liverpool have dropped points in the last few games.
Well, every time we
that's
drop
what's
points, you guys do as well.
Yeah, but that's what's
the bit
frustrating.
that's
It's just like you give us the opportunity to try and get back in it, and we're just not doing it.
That's my point. You've
It's over,
got to
isn't it?
lose 4 games out of 11, and they've got to win every game. They're not going to do that.
and
But
the
I've
fact-
got a question. If a big injury
And one of them is
happens,
against
if a big injury happens to, let's say, either Salah or Van Dijk,
Doesn't matter.
No, I
think
think
you're
you're too
fine.
Doesn't
strong.
matter.
Yeah, I think you're fine. You're,
really?
So what? What's the worst that's going to happen, really?
I
But no,
I think
you know,
Van
you know what
Dijk would
would
be
be
a
funny
bigger
though.
loss
Let's
than
say
Salah.
Newcastle. We drop points against Newcastle at home, right? If that happens,
Possibly.
I reckon everybody gets back on it. Like, actually, do you know
Who's going to
what?
catch you?
There could be.
Who's going to catch you?
Forest.
Well, there's only one team that mathematically should catch us, and that is Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Yeah, but
Those
Oh,
games would
Yeah.
matter. West Ham.
No, I
like,
get that, but
Can't beat Man City though.
I don't know.
fucking hell, anyone can be.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't. I don't know. I just think that it's the exact same thing that
narrative
happened.
changes very
Liverpool
quickly.
beat Man City. When Arsenal beat Man City, they were there like, oh, they're going to win the league. And then a couple results later, it's like, oh, their league's finished. Liverpool beat Man City. If we drop points to Newcastle at home, We have a
do
couple of
actually
other
play you
fixtures as
again.
well.
We do actually
Yeah,
play you
we've
again.
got that as
Not till
well.
May though. It could be done by then.
Well, of course, but I
be a
mean,
God of Honor,
if
brother.
it's not at
Oh,
that
it
point.
could be God of Honor, actually, yeah.
It is frustrating. Look, as not, it is frustrating, right? Because Man City are off it this year, which means who is the team that should step up and win the league? It's Arsenal. If you look over the last couple of seasons,
Yeah.
it's like when Leicester won the league. It was frustrating because the clubs that probably should have stepped up and won the league, won that title, didn't do it, right? And it's once again, we're just not.
The opportunity was there.
It's right there. It's there.
Do you think
Just
I saw
take it,
some
brothers.
people saying that they reckon even just doing a loan for a striker
Get
would
Diego
have been an
Costa.
option? But would you? Yeah, but
You
see,
are joking.
that sort of stuff, I just don't think.
He heard me say free agent on the stream.
Suarez.
But would you actually?
Van
Well, looking
Basten
back, you
still
probably
many
would have
things?
known that Havertz got.
Oh yeah,
got injured, but-
retrospectively, to lose the only number 9 you had as an option a week after the transfer window
Yeah, it's
ended is
pretty
a bit.
brutal.
And then Waneri got subbed for an injury. as
Yeah,
well, didn't
he was hobbling, wasn't he? So I mean, now we're down to Marino,
And Lewis
Trossard, and Raheem
Skelly
Sterling. So that's great.
Lewis Skelly didn't do himself any favours as well. That was a red card.
Yeah,
We've
we've had 20.
I've seen nothing else.
It was a yellow and they got overturned to a red. It was a red card.
We've had 20 red cards under Arteta now, which is
You've got a discipline issue, massive discipline issue.
I think Lewis is slightly right, to not give him too much credit, but like the way that Arteta invests so much emotion into how he coaches is probably a reason why we get too passionate and keep getting sent off.
What I was saying the other week, I think might be true as well, that everything's the biggest thing ever
Yeah,
at
yeah,
Arsenal.
exactly.
Every game's like, it's never just like, let's just chill out. Like,
The social media team don't help.
yeah, that's
Fuck
what
me.
I mean. There's always like
Oi.
there's always like a light show, or there's always like a big video before like a nothing game, and it's like, what is
Light
this?
show.
I don't know,
They do go when there's just like a game, even just against any top 6 side. It's like,
Yeah,
whole-
it's do or
the whole-
die.
yeah.
Everything's do or die, and it's like, it's not.
well, is
bro.
that like privilege as a
Pressure is a
pressure
privilege.
is a privilege? And I was just there like, you guys are just doing it to yourselves.
Yeah.
You bought a
Like,
dog,
you don't
will
need a-
win.
Good guys, leave win out of this, mate. He's a lovely dog.
Yeah.
He actually is a lovely
Can't
dog.
sack
You
a
met him?
Labrador, mate. Come on.
Yeah, come on, man.
Someone-
That's a low blow, Tom. I never thought you stooped
That's
that
not low,
I
bro.
never thought
You
you'd do
bought a
it.
dog and named it Win.
You're a dog person as well.
Yeah, what the hell is wrong with you?
Why name it Win? You should call him fucking bottle it every year.
Hey,
That's one thing
classic.
I want to get onto. We've never been in a position of being first at this point, so can
God.
we call it a bottle?
Yes,
Even
it's a
though you
bottle.
keep
Oh,
saying
wait,
it?
no,
It's
we
not about
went-
bottom the
No,
league.
we went
It's
from
about
second
your
to
fall
second.
off.
We went second to second.
It's about your fall off of form at the end of the season. No matter what, your form will go tits up at the end of the season, and you'll end up like
what are
third
you-
or fourth.
I don't
What
think
are you on about,
this
brother?
isn't a bottle.
You use a
It-
bottle.
No, this
course
isn't a
it's a
bottle.
bottle.
No, it's
No,
not a
it's
bottle.
not.
It's not a
You-
They're
bottle.
in the title race. They've
You
dropped
think-
points to West Ham.
Yeah, but you
think a
think
drop
bottle
off-
is
that's a
synonymous
drop
to
off of
like
form.
just being
I'm saying
a bit
this is the
shit.
start of the bottle.
No, but you
This is
can't
the
bottle
start of the
something you're
bottle.
never ahead at.
The drop off
Oh,
of
so you
form-
weren't
wait,
in the
Lewis,
so you
Lewis,
weren't in the title
Lewis,
race
The
then?
drop off of form you're talking about.
You
is
just
referring-
say- especially
the last
you.
loss we had in the Premier League was November the 2nd
Oh, I
against
can't
you lot.
stand this for him. After they
That's
beat
true, that's
City,
true, though.
the fucking ego coming out of these. Oh yeah,
What
we're
are
the
you on
title
about?
race.
What are you on
Then you
about
lose to
Man
West
City
Ham. It's
for? Why
like,
are you bringing up
we were
Man
never in
City
the
for?
race.
What are you
Because
on about?
you were in the race until
Nah,
you bottled, and then you were like,
but-
oh, we're not in the
I
race.
just have a
This is the
problem with
difference.
you
This
saying
is
the word bottle.
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not
A
the
What are you
bottle
talking about?
is if you're miles ahead and you're nailed on to win.
Yeah.
Like for example, if Liverpool were to
falling
go and
apart.
lose it now, you fucking bottled
Yeah.
it, right? So that is a bottle. Arsenal were in the title race, but they were never at a point where they were out and out favourites.
Arsenal
to go and win it.
Arsenal, if they didn't have like 8
That's not a
separate
bottle.
bottles and 8
No,
different
that's
instances
not
this
saying
season,
that.
you don't-
Chasing-
no, listen,
Nah.
look, you
Chasing and not being
listen,
good enough is not the same as
the amount
bottling
of
the league.
results that you
Yeah.
have dropped when you
That's
shouldn't have,
not-
the amount of ridiculous red cards that you've had, which have impacted your season when you shouldn't have. Lewis Skelly being out on a red card now is ridiculous going into leading. You have choked this season. You were in
With
prime
the-
position, like you said, to take over Man City, and just because you did shitter earlier than usual, it doesn't mean you weren't ever in the title race, and it's not a
I
bottle.
don't you understand the definition of what bottling it
Yeah.
is?
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying it's not in the Premier title race.
Just-
I'm just saying when they get to this point in the season, their form goes tits up, no matter where they are.
That's also
February.
not true. Like last season, even though
It happened earlier
they
last
lost
season. It
key
was
games, they
December.
won nearly
No, it was
every
great, that.
game.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
We were
that.
just too far back.
It
Yeah.
was just like
That's Arsenal's first loss in the Premier since the start of
not
November.
being good enough in other
Like, what the
circumstances
fuck?
doesn't mean a bottle.
Maybe a better phrasing of it is, and as stereotypical it is, but like when the game matters, when you have a chance to gain ground, when you have a chance to do something significant with that one game, that's when you just choke.
But that
every
wasn't this
time.
weekend.
It is,
Like
man.
beating Spurs, beating City. These are games that do matter.
Must-win
City
game.
5-1's a
When
pretty-
Liverpool, when
They are
Liverpool are
games,
playing
but Lewis,
City,
it's-
a
you
game
have-
that they could easily lose, and you are playing West Ham beforehand and you lose,
But Lewis-
that is chalking a game that matters because Liverpool could have easily dropped
no
points.
one's denying it's not a game that matters, but you're saying, like, you're ignoring the fact that when we have done it in this season, like beating City, beating Spurs, like those games obviously matter, and you're acting like they don't exist.
They're
Yeah,
not
it's
as
just the narrative,
important.
isn't it?
The games that mattered were in the cups when you're in the semi-final where you couldn't even score a goal.
Wait,
and
you
these
got
are the
the
games
lead.
that
Wait,
these
you
are the
think
games
this
that
West
were
Ham game was
important.
more important than the Man City game?
This game at this stage of the season, with how it's primed, because you've been worked hard to slowly close
He's
the
a
gap.
serial hater,
When they've
isn't
got a hard fixture away from home
You
against
don't
Man
agree with
City,
me.
I don't agree with him now.
when you've got a hard fixture away from home against Man City, you have the chance to gain 3 points, and you played before them and you lost. Can you understand
I don't
how
get what
that
you're
is
talking about.
choking
But
a
I don't
big
understand
game?
why that's a bottle.
Yeah.
Just losing.
I'm saying bottle
losing-
might- I'm saying-
why
I'm saying-
nowadays he's just losing a game of football, bottling.
I said bottle
They
might
just
have
weren't good enough. They
I
were
said
poor
bottle
on the
might have
day,
been the wrong
weren't they?
term. I said
Oh,
when it
have a
matters.
day off. All you've done is fucking yap about
Has he
being
just
bottle
said
this,
bottling
bottle
might be
that.
the wrong
All you've
term?
done is
I
say
said that-
bottle this, bottle
I
that.
said
for the
that
last
4
fucking
minutes
4
ago. You
years,
are
mate.
shameless.
I said that 4 minutes ago. I was like, maybe
What,
bottle's the wrong
you
term.
said it last week.
You
every
say
week.
it every show.
You said you're going to bottle it every time. You always bottle it. Bottle.
say
You
it
do. That's
every
your number
show
one
without
word.
fail.
We do,
If we
they
talk
do.
about
But
Lewis
if they
Basil
don't
saying bottle on
if
this
they
show,
don't
mate,
like,
it's
if they
number
don't like
one.
that word though, I'll change it if it makes them feel better.
But
What
don't
are
you
you on
understand
about?
the definition of a
You
bottle?
can call it whatever you want. What matters is when the game matters, you don't perform.
Also, could it not also be? Don't get me wrong. Arsenal have not been good enough at all for most of the season. I don't
Agreed.
think, but
Saving it for the Champions
Liverpool
League.
are very good.
Yeah, of course.
Can it not just be Liverpool unexpectedly
No, but
amazing?
yeah, they're
this
the
season?
best
I think
current team
it's
in
not that,
Europe,
though.
in my
I think
opinion.
that's a cop out a little bit.
Liverpool have lost
They're
one
amazing.
game.
No,
in the league.
I know, but the
Was it
fact
two?
is
One.
that in the last few weeks,
They've lost one game in the league.
No,
yeah.
I know, but
Man, Salah's got 40 goals.
no, I know, but I think
No, isn't it
the
50
frustration
or-
comes
41.
from
41,
In all
yeah,
competitions,
41.
50,
Yeah.
isn't it?
He was
think-
39
41
prior
at
to
home.
Man City, wasn't he?
the frustration comes from as an Arsenal fan is that when they draw the games, like for example last week against Villa or Everton, like we should be getting close. We had the
yeah.
opportunity, right? Before the game, we could have gone within 5 points. It's now
Yes.
11 points.
Yes, yes,
And
yeah,
then
definitely.
the mentality of Liverpool going in the game against City, knowing that Arsenal have already fucking lost, it's like, oh, well, doesn't really matter if we lose. Let's just go out and play whatever.
They almost played like with that. Do
you know what I mean?
Care as well, didn't they? They were very carefree. I thought yesterday.
Like, you must have
Liverpool-
gone in as a Liverpool fan thinking, obviously we want to win, but if we lose, it's not the end of the world.
Which game? Oh, the
Yesterday.
City
City
game.
game,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, it made the City game a lot easier to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the players will be feeling that as well. They
Yeah.
genuinely played like
Carefree,
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Trent-
Trent,
yeah.
Trent
It was
certainly
sweet.
did.
Tottenham.
Don't get me started on Trent.
He's controlling
he-
disconnected, man. You can't even.
No,
it's just-
His
I've
passing
been.
was
You know
great,
what? I've
though.
been defending
His passing was
his
great.
defending.
Yeah.
Like you can speak to Chris. Me and Chris used to go to war about this, but this season in particular, he's just checked
he got
out.
dribbled past 12 times in that game alone.
Record,
Mate,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that a record?
No,
we've only
it was
been
8.
pa-
It was 8 times.
No, 12. It's
Oh, I
on- it's
thought-
on-
But also,
That's what
Doku
it
had a
is.
game.
Doku was good, yeah.
No,
game.
no,
It's
no,
just-
no,
but
that's not even true.
No,
That's
that's
not even
not
true.
true.
He only
He does
created
that
that
every fucking
0.1.
like he does the same thing every single
He's
game.
hard to deal with though, Doku.
Yeah,
You
but
know what-
there's
you know
no-
what
there's
Doku-
no-
one-on-one, he's
You know
hard
what?
to
No,
deal with.
but there's nothing that happens after it, though. That's the issue.
No,
Yeah.
true, but that's not what we're
No, but
talking
also
about.
Yeah.
in Doku's defense against Liverpool, like he actually did get the ball in a lot. Haaland wasn't there.
Yeah. I thought Doku was quite
I thought he was good.
yesterday.
And it was
Yeah,
good to
no,
see-
no,
but you
but I genuinely think Trent made it easy for him.
Yeah, he just gave
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
But
And at
yeah,
one point,
and it was
just like
I agree with
about
that.
the
I think he's
80th
checked
minute.
out, I do.
80th minute, there's just clips of Trent hands on his knees, panting.
Yeah.
He's out of breath. He got
Fucking-
absolutely
But also, right,
cooked that game.
going forward, and his passing in the game was just quality.
That's what we know he's good at. though.
it's like it's
Yeah.
catch 22, really, isn't it?
No, it's
It's not
not.
though because
No,
his passing didn't make up for his defending yesterday, did it? If,
Well, they won 2-0 and kept a
yeah,
clean sheet.
but we've just said with City without a striker. Yeah,
Do you know what that made me
isn't it?
like that game in particular? But it's been all season, just in terms of our fullbacks. Like Andy Robertson is a similar story. Like he's been getting cooked quite a bit
Yeah.
this
I
season.
think Rob's a bit different, isn't he? I think Rob is a bit.
Rob,
innit?
That's what Luke called him when we met.
right? Okay,
You know
yeah,
Rob.
fine, yeah.
Rob, I
apologies.
think, is coming towards the end of his.
Yeah, I think this will be his
Twilight.
last
I think so.
season as a starting left back.
Well,
for Liverpool.
you'll probably be in for like Kirkes or Robinson, right? Surely.
Those two, and
But
I think Trent's already gone to Madrid.
rounded.
I think that's why he's
Yeah,
just.
You know
a
Andy
bit-
Robertson, right? He's got the most defensive assists. Is that right in Premier League history?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
How close is he to Ashley Cole?
What?
As what?
One of the best left backs in the Premier League ever.
I don't think he's anywhere near Ashley Cole, but he's up there.
Top 5.
Top 5, top 3.